Hi, welcome back to Seven That's a Wrap. I'm Keegan Wilby, and today I'm here with
Claudia.
And how old are you?
18.
Nice. And how long have you been at Severn?
Since third grade.
Okay. And how do you think your life has revolved around school, not including the 8 hours that you spend here each day?
So I did swim, and that was a big part of my outside career at high school outside of school. Because I would do swim practice, and then I was also part of Spanish club, and for Spanish club, we had to make recipes, stuff like that. And I took AP Spanish last year, so that was also a class where we had to do things outside of class. Obviously besides homework, we would have to do projects, and we would have to make food, same with Spanish club.
Just the extra work. Yeah. Okay. Nice. And who was your favorite teacher all throughout your years at Severn?
I have a few, but one of them that really changed my view on school was Miss Brickman, because she was my first AP teacher, and she was the first teacher that made me feel important. She really
I never had her, but I heard a lot of good things about her.
She just because it was my first AP class, I was really nervous going into it, and she genuinely is the type of teacher that cares about her students. So she'll always I'll always
That's
really
good, and it's good that she made an impact on so many.
Yeah.
Okay, so I know you mentioned Spanish club, but what other clubs have you been involved in your time at Severn?
I was in swag, but I wasn't as much of an active member in that one.
That's okay.
I honestly
because you are president.
Yeah, I was president this year of Spanish club, so that's the club that
That's a big position.
That's the club I've stuck with the most.
Yeah.
But I was part of swag throughout my 4 years.
Yeah.
That's about it. It's just honestly those two clubs that I've been
But
really
that's good. That's good that you stayed consistent.
Yeah.
Do you think it's ever too late to join a club or something you're interested in as a senior?
I personally haven't really branched out or explored anything else.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's a bad idea. I remember for Unity Day, I went to Random Acts of Kindness, and I realized wow, it's really cool. Maybe this year I'll start going to that club, because it was really interesting, and I wish I started earlier. But I don't think it's ever too late to explore something new. You know,
that's good. That's what most people have been generally saying.
Yeah.
So be consistent. What was your favorite moment of your high school experience?
My favorite moment of high school has probably been homecoming and prom, just because it's a school thing that happens, I guess, but it's just so fun to hang out with your friends in a different environment.
And you get to dress up. And
get to dress up. Yeah.
There's just a lot of factors and components that go into it that make it really fun.
Yeah.
So yes, I agree. Is there one thing that you would have changed about your experience? One thing you would have done differently, or a class you would have taken or wouldn't have taken?
I probably would have joined more clubs freshman year, because I remember when we did all the club signups, I signed up for so many clubs, but I only ended up going to 2 of them.
Oh yeah.
So I probably would have just been more active in different clubs. But besides that, I think all my classes I have been.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Leaving with no regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is really good. What is one decision that you made at Severn that changed your interest or positively impacted you, do you think?
One decision I made was probably I've been talking about Spanish club a lot, but probably joining Spanish club, because it also made me realize that I'm probably want to minor in Spanish in the future. So I think if I didn't join Spanish club, my parents really wanted me to join, because whatever.
I mean, if you speak it in your household, it is
So I'm really happy I did that. It definitely just opened my eyes to how interesting not only learning the language, but the culture and everything.
Yeah,
so
it is cool. It's just seeing it from different perspectives.
Yeah.
Has Severn promoted a projected career path for you? What and how?
So as of right now, I'm going into college I'm going to be a elementary education major, which obviously being a teacher, school has impacted that. Having good teachers has definitely shown me that that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
It might change in the future, but that's probably one thing that is really important,
I could definitely see you as a teacher. You're so good with kids. You'll be great. So I know you mentioned swim, but has that community changed your experience at Severn, just being a part of the swim team?
I think I've talked to a lot more people. It's made me a lot more social. I also did basketball freshman year.
Yes, we were on the basketball team together.
Yeah, we were. And that also, that was a good start to like experience like a sport like
Yeah.
on a high school level
Yeah.
like that. Like I talked to more people.
Yes.
You know, it was
It's
a
like
good
more
experience.
competitive. It's like
Yeah.
the real deal
Yeah.
of sports. Yes. All right. Can you tell me something that you remember from your first day of school?
I mean, I remember just being really nervous. I came from St. Mary's, and I like didn't want to leave St. Mary's.
Yeah.
Like my parents made me,
Right.
so it was definitely like I was just like really like sad. But
Yeah.
I also made friends, so you
Yeah.
know. But there's not really like one thing that like.
But just like
made that-
nerves.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And how has the community of our senior class of 2025 evolved since your first year here?
I think that our grade has definitely become a lot more like social. Like I think more people are like becoming friends. Like I'm talking to new people that I've never talked to.
And I think like Commons definitely helps. with
Yeah,
that.
Commons for sure. It's just like a shared space that like
Yeah.
everyone can just like talk.
Mhm.
And I think definitely this year I've talked to a lot more people.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. And this is a question we've been asking everyone because me and Ainsley love music. But what has been your favorite song these past 4 years, or like your current favorite song?
Okay. Probably 7 Summers by Morgan Wallen.
Oh,
That's
yes.
So I went to a Morgan Wallen concert with Alex. I think that was summer going into sophomore year.
Yeah.
And since then, Morgan Wallen's been my favorite singer. But I really like that song. So probably.
I can get behind that.
Yeah. Probably something by Morgan Wallen.
That's a great song. And finally, do you have any shout outs for us?
Okay. Shout out to Megan for being my best friend throughout high school.
Okay.
Even though we had a small break during, I think that was like freshman year. She's still one of my best friends. Shout out to Layla, also one of my best friends. Shout out to Severance Swim Team. I'm so happy I got to like hang out with all of you guys. Shout out to Emma. We're going to college together, which I'm so happy about. Shout out to my AP Spanish class. Did I say that already?
No.
AP Spanish. My AP Spanish class. Shout out to Holland. We made a lot of trouble in Mr. Meyer's class.
Thank you so much for being here. We really appreciate all your answers.
Thanks for having me.